Anyone who is a Sonic fan should be aware of these two facts. Big the Cat has returned, and I am a Supersonic vet. So when I say the Sonic Frontiers is the best solo Sonic experience that I have had in over a decade, I'm gonna need you to trust me like the real threats trust Eggman.
Ready, set, go!
Few games can capture the true level of Sonic's potential this consistently. Where other titles reserve cinematic moments or bosses for late game content, Sonic Frontiers immerses you in these experiences throughout the entirety of your run. Everything about the way he controls feels exactly the way it should. Except for maybe turning around midair. I don't know what it is, it just seems really sluggish compared to the rest of his kit. But no matter what your stats are, the speed in combat are the most fun they've ever been. His maximum speed is perfect for traversing the land and allows him to get in and out of situations quickly. Every battle is rewarded with XP and items that help you unlock new abilities and areas around the open zone, which brings us to the next chapter. The developers described the overworld as an open-zoned area before launch, and that didn't make much sense to me until I started zipping around the map and realized that there are hundreds of mini-sequences scattered everywhere in a very seamless fashion. Many of these are conveniently placed in your side quests or bosses and offer a great sense of progression whether you're aiming to 100% the game or not. But if it is greatness that calls upon thee to collect every S rank possible, then you're in luck, cause these levels are short, sweet, and to the point. Even the 2D ones I'm not the biggest fan of offer enough of a challenge to keep me interested until I've completed every task available. Every foe I faced felt like it arrived at the perfect time. Whether I wanted to test out a new combo or collect new items to advance, I couldn't wait to see how I could outskill my opponents or how they may outsmart me. After all the side quests, zones, and mini-bosses, you may find yourself in possession of all 7 emeralds, like many other Sonic games before this. But in this game, Super Sonic doesn't just dash headfirst into the boss. No, in this one, he is tearing it up. Now, I can only speak for myself, of course, but I don't think I've ever bought this Sonic title purely in interest of the plot. I just want to go fast in some fun levels. That's all I need. In a Chao Garden. But hey, if you're looking for story though, there are many callbacks to old storylines that I think are worth looking into if you really want to get a grasp on what's happening here. Even if you don't care about the story, you will eventually find yourself wondering what this was all for, and that's not the worst thing in the world, but I was definitely left with more questions than answers. Luckily, those answers could be on the horizon. With the recent announcement of Sonic Frontiers DLC, it feels like we are now transitioning into a new era of Sonic we can actually count on. And regardless of how we all feel about this game, the creator recently expressed his excitement concerning the development of Frontiers and how he feels he is finally ready to create another Sonic adventure game, which I couldn't be happier about. But before we get there, what is Sonic Frontiers post-game like? Upon completing the story, you unlock an arcade mode, which allows you to play through each individual level without having to find them in the open-zoned area. The rest of the game is essentially everything else that you haven't completed, whether it be getting the S ranks, purple coins for Big the Cat, or just Coco to max out all your stats. Here's the thing though, you'll max out your attack and defense stats real quick. If you want to max out your ring stat or your speed stat, you are going to be taking it level by level by level for the next, in my case, 40 minutes of your life. And then you come to realize, what do I even do with all this speed? You know what I mean? Like, post-game wise, we don't got no Mario Balloon World, but hey, speaking of which, Sega, I'm just saying, Nintendo thought they were slick giving Mario the spin dash, all right? I think since we out here stealing game features, it's finally time to announce Big's Balloon Dash, all right? This is how you do it, Sega. This one's free, all right? First one's free.